In this video, we're going to work on solving two-step equations with addition and multiplication. So the first thing we're going to be doing in 2 steps, our first step is to isolate the term with the variable in it. The second step will be to isolate the variable itself. We're going to use both of those steps by using the opposite function, okay, and using the same number. Remember, our goal is to get to x equals some number, or whatever our variable is equal to some number. So as you look at our first example, 2x plus 3 equals 11. So here's our first equation. Here's our first term that has the variable in it. So I need to get rid of everything on that side of the equation that's not in the circle. Okay, so that circle is being added by 3. So I need to undo that by subtracting 3 from both sides. Those will cancel out. The 3's will cancel out. I'm left with 2x equals 8. 11 minus 3 gives me 8. So now, again, in my second step, I want to isolate the variable by itself. The variable x is being multiplied by 2. So we undo multiplication by dividing by 2 on both sides. The 2's will cancel out. I'm left with x equals 4. That becomes my final answer. And as I've done in several of my other videos, I'm going to go ahead and show you how we go ahead and check our answer. Is we're going to go ahead and plug the 4 back in for the x in my original equation. So we have 2 times the 4 we have as our solution, plus 3 equals 11. So 2 times 4 gives me 8, plus 3 equals 11. 8 plus 3 gives me 11 equals 11. So we know that this answer that we got gives me the correct answer. All right, and you'll be able to do those on your own. As we look at our next example, 4x plus 9 equals 25. Like we've done before, here's the circle that goes around the term with the variable in it. That's what I need to keep first. So get rid of everything on that side of the equation that's not in the circle. So it's the plus 9. So how do I undo plus 9? I subtract 9 from both sides. Those cancel out. 4x equals 16. 25 minus 9 is 16. The x is now being multiplied by 4. I want the x all by itself, so I've circled it. So we're going to divide by 4 on both sides. Those 4's cancel. X equals 4. That gives me my final answer. In our final example, we now have a coefficient of a negative number. That really doesn't change our process at all. So again, here's our term that has the variable in it. I put a circle around it. That's a protective circle. It's a force field. We don't mess with it just yet. So I'm going to get rid of the plus 12 here first. I'm going to subtract the 12 from both sides. Those 12's will cancel. I get negative 3x equals 24. There's my variable. That's the magic bean that I'm looking for. The x needs to be by itself. It's being multiplied by negative 3. So we're going to divide by negative 3 on both sides. Those will cancel. X equals positive divided by negative is a negative. 24 divided by 3 gives me 8. Therefore, my final answer becomes x equals negative 8. Very good. Remember, isolate the term with the variable. Isolate the variable by itself. Okay, using our opposite function, same number. Thank you.